Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly asked yourself, when did I become this fragile? By the time we reach 80, most of us have already lost nearly half of the muscle mass we once had in our youth. It doesn't just affect how we look, it changes how we live, how we walk, lift, reach, and stay on our feet. More than 50 million older adults worldwide are affected by sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. Every year, over 300,000 seniors are hospitalized after falling due to weak muscles. But what if I told you this decline isn't inevitable? According to groundbreaking research in the Journal of Physiology, a small group of seniors in their 70s and 80s maintain strength and mobility on par with people decades younger. They hike, they swim, they lift groceries and grandchildren alike. They aren't just aging, they're thriving. So what's their secret? Welcome to Senior Fit, where we share the science and stories that help you live longer and better. If you're ready to defy the norms of aging, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more empowering content. Today, we uncover the 7 habits that help strong 80-year-olds stay strong. And the first one may surprise you. Habit number 1, progressive strength training, the most powerful anti-aging tool. Let's set the record straight. Walking is good, but it won't stop muscle loss on its own. To preserve and rebuild strength, you need to challenge your muscles regularly and progressively. This doesn't mean lifting like a bodybuilder. It means using resistance, like dumbbells, bands, or even your own body weight, in a way that gradually becomes more difficult over time. A study from McMaster University found that seniors who trained with moderate to high resistance twice a week built significantly more strength than those who did light exercises for longer periods. Why? Because your muscles grow in response to stress. If the stress never increases, neither will your strength. Here's what strong seniors do differently. They train twice a week, 30 minutes per session. They slowly increase resistance or reps to avoid stagnation. They focus on compound movements like squats, rows, and presses, modified for aging joints. And they emphasize control, especially on the lowering part of each movement, called the eccentric phase. This strategy not only boosts strength, but also improves balance, reduces fall risk, and increases energy. And the best part? It works at any age, even if you're starting at 70 or beyond. Habit number 2, keep the mind-muscle connection alive. You might think muscle loss is just a physical issue, but the truth is, it's deeply neurological. Your brain talks to your muscles through tiny electrical junctions called neuromuscular connections. But after age 60, these connections begin to fray, making it harder for your body to respond, even if your muscles are still there. Superagers protect this connection. They do more than just move. They coordinate. They dance. They play ping pong. They do tai chi. These aren't just hobbies. They're neural workouts that preserve the brain-to-body link. A 2020 study found that older adults who did coordination-based activities maintained 31% better neuromuscular function than those who didn't. They also strengthened this link through deep breathing exercises like box breathing, stimulating the vagus nerve and boosting neural clarity. Brain challenges like puzzles or learning a new skill, which also protect neuromuscular pathways, and targeted nutrients like alpha-lipoic acid, B12, and acetyl L-carnitine, which support nerve health and signal transmission. Because when your brain and muscles are in sync, your body doesn't just move, It moves with purpose and power. Habit number 3. Feed your muscles what they're starving for: micronutrients. So, you've started moving more. You're training your muscles, but something still feels off. You're not gaining as much strength as you hoped. Your energy is low. Recovery is slow. The truth: your muscles might be missing the very ingredients they need to grow. These aren't calories. They're not carbs or fats. They're micronutrients, vitamins and minerals that act like tiny switches, turning on the processes that build and protect your muscles. Let's look at a few superager favorites. Magnesium, the strength mineral that's disappearing. More than 70% of older adults are deficient in magnesium. That's alarming. Why? Because magnesium is essential for muscle contraction, nerve transmission, protein synthesis. In one large study, seniors with healthy magnesium levels had 30% better grip strength and significantly better balance. Superagers eat magnesium-rich foods daily: spinach, almonds, black beans, pumpkin seeds, and sometimes they supplement with bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate. Creatine, not just for bodybuilders. Yes, really. Research from McMaster University found that seniors who took 3 to 5 grams of creatine per day while doing resistance training gained more muscle and brain power than those who exercised alone. Creatine helps muscles store energy. It also draws water into cells, creating a prime environment for growth. It's safe, affordable, and incredibly effective for aging muscles. Vitamin B12, the silent drain on strength. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 drops, and common medications like metformin or acid blockers may make things worse. Without B12, you may feel weak, mentally foggy, dizzy, or off balance. Superagers supplement with methylated B12, the form your body uses best, and eat more B12-rich foods like fish, eggs, and yogurt. Zinc, selenium, and chromium, the hidden helpers. These trace minerals are small but mighty. They support protein metabolism, insulin sensitivity, cell repair. A long-term study from Tufts University found that seniors with optimal levels of these micronutrients preserved 22% more muscle mass over 5 years than those who were deficient. So ask yourself, are your muscles getting what they need? You may be eating enough, but still missing the tools that allow your body to use those nutrients properly. That's why superagers test, not guess. They work with their doctor to check their levels and supplement based on real needs, because sometimes the difference between weakness and vitality comes down to something as small as a single missing mineral. Habit number 4, calm the fire. Reduce daily inflammation. You can't always see it, but you can definitely feel it. Akis, fatigue, slower recovery, that nagging stiffness in the morning. It's often not age, it's inflammation. As we grow older, many of us develop low-grade chronic inflammation that slowly eats away at muscle, joint, and nerve health. It even has a name: inflammaging. Tufts University found that older adults with high inflammation markers lost muscle 3 times faster, even when their protein and exercise levels were the same. That's why inflammation management is non-negotiable for superagers. It starts with sleep. Superagers sleep deeply and consistently. Just 1 week of poor sleep can increase inflammatory markers by 40%. They go to bed at the same time each night. Limit screen time and keep their bedrooms cool, quiet, and dark. They know no recovery, no strength. They heal the gut. Your gut is home to 70% of your immune system. And when it's imbalanced, inflammation runs wild. Superagers nourish their gut with 30 plus different plant foods per week. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, or kimchi. Soluble fiber from oats, legumes, apples, and flaxseed. A study from the University of California found that improving gut diversity can reduce inflammation by up to 29% in just 12 weeks. They move, but not too much. Overexercising can worsen inflammation. Superagers know how to balance movement with rest. Moderate activity daily, light stretching or Tai Chi, just 1 or 2 intense sessions per week. They don't grind themselves down. They train smart and recover smarter. They eat anti-inflammatory foods every day. They choose foods that act like fire extinguishers for inflammation. Fatty fish for omega-3s, berries, green tea, and olive oil for polyphenols, turmeric or curcumin for joint and muscle protection. These foods don't just reduce pain. They help preserve strength and mobility without the side effects of medications. They track it with a simple test. Want to know how inflamed you are? Ask your doctor for a high-sensitivity CRP test, HSCRP. Below 1.0, malgré l'il optimal, 1.0, 3.0 mieux while is moderate. Above 3.0 major L eats concerning. Most superagers keep their inflammation below 1.0 because they know you can't build strength on a body that's always on fire. Habit number 5. Optimize vitamin D, the unsung hero of strength. When we talk about strong muscles, we often think of protein or exercise. But there's one nutrient, quiet and often overlooked, that might be the single most important one of all: vitamin D. Over 80% of seniors have insufficient levels. And what's worse, most don't even know it. Vitamin D isn't just for bones. It's a muscle-building activator. It triggers genes inside your muscle cells to build and maintain lean mass, repair after injury, enhance reaction time and coordination. A study in JAMA Internal Medicine found that older adults with optimal vitamin D levels had 25% more strength, better balance, and fewer falls. Why you might be low, even if you get sun. As we age, our skin produces half as much vitamin D as it used to. Our kidneys also become less efficient at converting it into its active form. Add in more time spent indoors, and deficiency becomes almost inevitable. Food sources like salmon, egg yolks, and fortified dairy help, but for most older adults, they're not enough. That's why superagers get their levels tested yearly, and most take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 daily under medical supervision. Pair it with K2 for safety and strength. Here's something many don't realize. If you take high doses of vitamin D without vitamin K2, calcium can build up in your arteries instead of your bones. Vitamin K2 tells calcium where to go, protecting your heart and helping muscles absorb what they need. Superagers often choose combined D3 plus K2 supplements and add fermented foods like natto, hard cheeses, or grass-fed butter into their diets, because vitamin D isn't just a vitamin. For aging muscles, it's a lifeline. Habit number 6. Protein timing. Feed your muscles at the right time. You've heard that protein is important, but what if I told you when you eat protein matters just as much as how much? It's true. As we age, our muscles develop anabolic resistance, a reduced ability to use protein for growth. That means eating a big steak at dinner won't cut it, especially if you had just toast for breakfast and a light lunch. Your muscles need steady, timed doses of protein throughout the day. Superagers follow the 3-meal rule. Researchers from the University of Texas found that when older adults consumed 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal, they built 1.2 pounds more muscle in 12 weeks without changing anything else. Here's what that looks like. Breakfast: eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Lunch: chicken, tofu, lentils, or tuna. Dinner: fish, beans, cottage cheese, or lean meats. Spacing your protein intake helps your muscles stay nourished throughout the day, not just at night. Because remember, your muscles don't grow when you eat more. They grow when you eat smart. Habit number 7. Harness hormetic stress. Strength through small struggles. Here's the final habit, and perhaps the most surprising. Superagers regularly expose themselves to tiny doses of controlled discomfort, not because they're masochists, but because these stressors, known as hormetic stress, trigger powerful muscle-preserving responses. Let's break it down. Cold exposure: just 30 to 60 seconds of cold water at the end of a shower can activate brown fat. Boost metabolism: release adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscles from breakdown. Research from the Buck Institute confirms short, sharp cold exposure improves muscle function and energy in older adults. Heat exposure: regular use of saunas or hot baths activates heat shock proteins, which repair damaged muscle cells, improve circulation, reduce age-related muscle loss. A Finnish study found that seniors who use saunas 4 to 7 times a week had 40% less muscle decline over 10 years. Intermittent fasting: eating within an 8 to 10-hour window triggers autophagy, a cellular cleanup process. This helps remove damaged parts inside muscle cells and improves mitochondrial performance. The result? Cleaner, stronger, more efficient muscles, with no weight loss required. Isometric exercises: superagers also use isometric holds, like pressing hands together or holding a wall squat, for just 10 to 15 seconds. This sends strong anabolic signals to muscles without stressing joints, perfect for aging bodies. It's not about pain, it's about purpose. The magic of hormetic stress lies in its small dose and short duration. It's not about punishment. It's about giving your body just enough challenge to grow stronger. And every time you face controlled discomfort, whether it's a cold shower, a 12-hour fast, or a short hold, you send a clear signal to your cells. Stay strong, stay alert, stay alive. Bringing it all together, your 7 habits for strength after 70. Let's recap the 7 daily habits that help strong 80-year-olds stay strong. Progressive resistance training: build and maintain real strength. Preserve neuromuscular connections. Train your brain and body to move together. Micronutrients: give your muscles the minerals they're craving. Inflammation control: cool the internal fire that breaks down tissue. Optimize vitamin D: activate the genes that build and protect muscle. Protein timing: feed your body the right way at the right time. Hormetic stress: use gentle challenges to grow tougher and stronger. Your turn. Take the first step today. You don't have to do all 7 at once. Just pick one habit you can begin today. Maybe it's switching your breakfast to include protein. Maybe it's adding one 30-minute strength workout each week. Or asking your doctor to check your vitamin D levels. Whatever you choose, know this: You are not too old. It is not too late. And your best strength may still be ahead of you. If this video inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. And in the comments, tell us, which of these habits will you try first? Do you know someone who embodies aging with strength? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and remember, you're not aging, you're evolving.